cute. And then she stops and she has that look in her eyes and she like panics. We all know the look because all the kids at one point do it. And Abby's reminding her that you can't just stop, you have to keep going. And I understand that. I agree that if you're on stage, no matter what happens, you keep going. You just keep going. Costume malfunctions, you lose a limb, you keep going no matter what.
One time, I'm just gonna let everybody know that I boob flashed a judge. Because my costume broke and I couldn't pull it up in time, okay? It happens.
But did you stop?
No, I didn't.
Of course not. No, because
I think that everybody in the audience wanted me to stop, but it's fine. It's fine.
I love dancing, but I don't want to go on Broadway. All I want to do is just stay home and eat chips.
See, Abby, it's stay at home and eat chips, not sit on the couch and eat chips.
Well, oh, and now we're back to the mom lunch. We flash back to the mom lunch.
You know, I appreciate all of the camaraderie and everything, but I'm going to tell you point blank. I think the difference is, and this is probably going to offend you, Christy, but I think the difference is that I am Abby's colleague, no matter how you slice and dice it. I'm her colleague. You are a dance mom.
I'm fine with Kathy's feelings and how she feels about our studio and the moms. I think she's really a sweet person, and she was just being honest.
Abby's making a ton of money off of me, ladies.
She's making a ton of money off of all of us.
She's probably making a lot more off of me because I'm probably getting charged double. We're just on a different page, Vivi and I. We're part of the group, but we're not part of the group. I have to be true to myself, and I have to be true to the people that I'm around. You either like me or you don't like me, I guess, and I don't really care if these moms like me or not. I like all of you, but we're not in it for all of that cheerleading.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to be like, I get it, Kathy, because I'm an honest person, and if you don't like me, you don't fucking like me.
Sure.
I get that.
Absolutely.
But you're part of a team, so, like, you kind of have to be a team player in some situations.
Oh, absolutely. If there are rules, you follow the rules. What creeps me out about this scene is that she switches so quickly between telling the moms that she doesn't care, she's only in it for her and Vivi, she doesn't care, blah blah blah.
Oh, I like your necklace.
It's so quick and creepy.
But we're not in it for all of that cheerleading. I love your necklace.
In this scene, you again see that Kathy doesn't care about anything but becoming famous and being on this TV show. All right, so now it's 4 days to the competition, and Chloe's working on her solo,
and she falls.
Yeah, but this is like a nice moment. Abby is so quick and kind. She's like, Chloe, are you okay? I think that honestly is the nicest time she ever talks to her. Besides the time where she talks to her at the end of this season, I think this is one of the times where we do see that deep down Abby really does care for her at this point.
Yeah.
I think my biggest competition is probably Maddie because she's a very good dancer. People have told me that I'm a good dancer.
This scene makes me want to cry.
I know, she's so
Chloe,
cute.
you are amazing.
You're a beautiful dancer. You were a beautiful dancer then, you're a beautiful dancer now. You're amazing.
Maddie gets 2 solos because she takes a standing private lesson in tap all year from September to June, once a week, and there's where she learns her tap routine. Then her other solo is just like all the other kids.
But like, here's also my thing. If it's like all the other kids, why isn't she doing a new routine? Why does she get the privilege of doing one that she's already won with? We know she knows this dance. We know she can do it beautifully. We know that you're going to spend a lot of time perfecting it again. I don't know why. Well, I do, because you're obsessed with her. But if it's just like all the other kids, she should have to do a new solo just like all the other kids.
Yes.
So this is another time we see an inequity between Maddie and the rest of the kids. Christy and Kelly are talking about Maddie's 2 solos, and apparently Kelly had no idea. Like, it really seems like Kelly had no idea, or she's just a good actor. I'm proud of her.
I'm gonna go with Kelly didn't know.
I'm proud of you, Cal.
That's the hill I'm gonna die on.
Yeah.
No one has a chance in hell of winning against Maddie. She's doing 2 solos. She has double the chance of winning against anyone else.
Which is absolutely true. And nobody has a chance.
I can't even get rehearsal time for 1. You know, I haven't even heard my kids' music yet. How do you practice your dance without music? Well, Melissa's in charge of music. Isn't that ironic? Yeah.
Why? Why is Melissa in charge of music? Why is Melissa in charge of anything? She does not have the ability to direct me to the restroom.
I don't know because I wasn't there, so
True.
I can't tell you the reason why. But I'm going to tell you my theory. Melissa just does anything that she can to get her child ahead.
Absolutely.
And in being in charge and working for Abby of like the music and stuff, she then can be like, oh, that music hasn't been cut yet, so...
She's very clearly making sure that her daughters have their music first.
Absolutely.
So that's her whole reason for doing that. My question is, does she cut the music or does she just download it and put it on a CD? That's where my question is. If anyone knows the answer.
I'm actually pretty sure she just downloads it because in one of the episodes,
This
you
one.
hear her say...
I've been downloading it for like 17 minutes.
Yes.
It's this one. It's later on.
Everybody was mad because I wasn't on the bus.
And I mean, I'm fine with it. My daughters just like to be with their friends.
Then Kathy and Melissa are talking about everyone being mad at Kathy because she wasn't on the bus. And Melissa's like, I'm fine with it. My daughters just like to be with their friends.
Ma'am, cool. That's great. But like, Kathy should have been on the bus.
Right.
Kathy, get your ass on the bus.
Here is one of my issues with Melissa. I know that Abby told Melissa to dress down for the first couple of episodes so that people would find her more relatable.
Yes.
I'm sure she also said, be sweet, be kind to everyone, because it's such a facade. Either that or she's just really two-faced. I don't know. But I have to say that Melissa playing the middle, it did no favors for her.
Absolutely.
At least in my eyes. This whole, I'm trying to be normal and sweet and whatever.
And be everybody's friend.
Yeah, for me it just backfired and it made her look so two-faced, so fake, and so incapable of being an actual human with feelings. While they're talking, Abby takes Vivi in.
And shoves her in that bumblebee costume.
So
Oh my word.
ridiculous.
I don't like makeup and costumes.
Me neither, Vivi. Me neither.
And then, so I'm not sure if you noticed, but Kathy walks in with Fritos. Abby is so worried about her precious floors, and then Kathy's allowed to walk into the studio with Fritos.
But she literally walks in shoving a Frito in her mouth.
Like,
and is like,
down the gullet.
She's like, ew. And I'm like, ew.
Between the hair and the Fritos, no ma'am.
If she is insistent that Vivi have to do this bumblebee dance, I will certainly reimburse her for her time, and we may not even be at the competition.
Why are you there?
Right? This is the first time that we see Kathy has a habit of when she doesn't get her way or when she's nervous about something, she just panics and pulls out the dance.
And we see it a lot.
Yeah.
Kathy underestimates Vivian. She does not push her. I think owning a studio, she does not want it to be all about her daughter. She does not want to lose customers. But in the process, the child isn't where she should be, technically. And that's why she's bringing her to me. And that's my job. And that's what I'm going to do. She just needs to butt out.
And I really understand that. I understand that mindset of like, I own a studio. I don't want the focus to solely be on my daughter. But at the same time, if your daughter is interested in that thing that you do, then you should give a shit about what your child is doing and make sure that if that's really what they want to do, that they're learning how to do it the best that they can.
So I'm just going to give you my 2 cents because I have all the children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
0. I have 0 children. I feel like if we gave a shit about something, Mom was going to make it happen for us.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that's how every parent should be.
Right.
Or is.
Abby is saying that she cares more about losing revenue than she does about what makes Vivi actually happy. Or at least that's how I read into it.
But
And
also, you can clearly tell that Vivi doesn't want to dance.
Right.
And she's being forced to dance.
Right.
And so I think this is also kind of like a fine line for Kathy. Like, she's like, oh shit, like everybody's gonna see this on national TV that my kid doesn't want to dance at this age and I'm pushing her.
Yeah, but now you just look even worse.
Well, I mean...
Like, again, this is another instance where what you think you're trying to portray, like I'm being a sweet mom who's not forcing their daughter to do this, that backfired.
Yes.
That just looks like you're having your child do this no matter what they want because you're fame hungry.
Yes.
And that might not be the situation, but that's how at this point I
looks.
interpreted it.
Yeah.
I need you to be a role model. You're a dance teacher. You know how important it is to get these mothers to
Abby,
do.
I cannot ride a bus if this is where this is going. I can't do these field trips. I don't like not being in control. I'm being told what I have to do, where I have to go, and this is just not sitting well with me.
I'm sorry. Did I fall asleep and wake up to an interview with Debbie?
Yes. Literally, this is our mom.
Only in the sense that she hated not being in control and being forced to do something.
Yes. If you forced her to do anything, it was like pulling teeth.
Yeah, and this is, our little brother gets it honest because he does the same thing. But I understand what Abby's saying. Like, you're a dance teacher. You expect a certain thing out of your dance moms. So I need you to be
do the thing that I need all the other mothers to do.
the same stuff that you're going to request your dance moms to do as well.
Right, you're a dance mom in this studio, in this setting, on this team, so you need to follow the rules.
And you're a dance teacher who knows how hard it is to get the moms to fall in line, to get the moms to do and not push back. So you need to make, if anyone's going to make Abby's life easier, it should be Kathy.
Right, Kathy should be the first one to be like, I will ride the motherfucking bus.
Yeah, and she should be like, I don't know how to sew, but I'm going to learn, and we're going to help do whatever needs to be done. Like, I will be there. I will be doing it. I'll have Birkin bells on. But she doesn't do that. She does the opposite.
Kathy, why are you here? You're here to be part of the Abby Lee Dance Company, but you don't want to play the game.
They should be focused on themselves, and we'll be focused on ourselves.
I know, but that's selfish, and I'm not trying to raise selfish children. I set my rules. If you don't like them, go somewhere else.
And I say to that, but then how would she be famous?
Right.
Again, at this point, that's what it boils down to. Christy and the moms are at Christy's nice, but much smaller house than we've come to see her in these days. Not shading her.
Good for you, Christy. You
I know,
have
they moved,
grown and moved.
matured, yeah. But Kathy is not present. It's very quickly obvious she's not present because she is the topic of conversation.
And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
If she's going to benefit from being a member of the team, then she needs to get her ass on the bus. She needs to stay and support my kid at 9 o'clock at night.
All the kids. If we have to abide by Abby's rules, everyone has to abide by Abby's rules.
Yes, ma'am. That is right, Mama Holly. That is right. And then Christy says, what, I think I'm gonna get tattooed on my forehead.
Because if you start making exceptions to the rules, then why have rules?
That is literally the life of Kinsey right there.
Yes, that is how I live my life. There are rules, you follow them. Point blank, period. That is my life mantra. If you're gonna start making exceptions to the rules, why have rules at all? But did you also notice that Melissa hasn't said a word?
She's very silent.
I understood the concern of the other mothers. I kind of feel caught in the middle because I really like Kathy a lot.
But I think Melissa isn't worried because at this point she's so far up Abby's butt that she can't see straight. So unlike the other mothers, Abby doesn't hold it against Melissa and her children when and if Melissa decides to stray from the rules slightly. Like when she barges into the studio all the time to bitch about the moms, Maddie and Mackenzie are never punished for that. If another mother barges into the studio, that child is punished.
They're like, get out of here.
Yeah, and so Melissa has a privilege that none of the other mothers have because of how close she has aligned herself with Abby at this point. And so I think because of that, she doesn't care what Kathy feels and how she's choosing to not abide by the rules.
Right.
I guess in the other issue is to level the playing field, would you be willing to pull one of Maddie's solos?
And here's where it gets interesting, folks.
Yeah.
Hang on, pull over.
I don't know about that. I have to talk to Abby about that.
Why? It's your child. You're the mother. If you're not comfortable with her doing 2 solos or you feel like it's an inequity, then don't have her do 2 solos. Simple as that.
The sad part about that is, though, Melissa doesn't care. Melissa's like, whatever I can do to get my kid out there. If she's got 27 solos at the one competition, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do that because I don't think you guys would do that. I did do it. I did it this year. Yes, I did. I did it at DEA. I could have had Chloe compete. I didn't because Paige and Nia deserved a chance to shine.
Good for you, Christy.
Yeah, it's not always about your child.
I have to talk to my daughter about that.
Because we let the 8-year-old make the decisions in the house. What?
Why?
And her reason for not doing it is because she's not going to hurt her daughter. But my question is, how does that hurt Maddie? She already is doing a solo. Let her compete the tap solo because Cry has already won. The tap solo she has been learning for a year. If she cannot do that in a year and do amazing, why are we here?
Right.
But I know the answer to why she doesn't have Abby pull Cry. It's because tap doesn't normally win the first overall.
At the same time, like, why let your kid have a tap solo? Why have a standing tap private instead of a standing overall private where you could learn all your solos?
Okay, here's my theory on that. Maddie has a standing tap private because Maddie's also auditioning for a lot of Broadway shows. And if you're not doing a jazz musical theater style of Broadway show,